Title: My wife said, "I'd gladly trade my husband for that tall guy." Start: I still hear her voice. Sharp, careless, loud enough for the entire restaurant to catch it. "I'd gladly trade my husband for that tall guy. I bet he has a huge Johnson." She pointed at a steroid-pumped Tarzan near the bar, laughing with her friends. My friends went silent. My fork stopped halfway to my mouth. She smirked. "Oh, it's a joke, honey. Don't be so petty." But everyone saw the shift in my eyes. She didn't. Not yet. That was the night everything snapped. Not in anger, not in violence, in clarity. Her humiliation wasn't new. But this was the first time she wanted me to bleed publicly. When the table turned to me, waiting for my reaction, I simply smiled and said, "Sure, let's see who ends up trading whom." The restaurant fell dead quiet. She rolled her eyes, thinking I was sulking. I wasn't sulking. I was beginning. I married her because I believed loyalty could be sculpted with love. She married me because she believed security was a renewable resource. At first, there were soft mornings, silly arguments, shared dreams. There was warmth. There was trust. But slowly, very slowly, she changed. Her comments sharpened. Her jokes had teeth. Her eyes wandered even when her hand held mine. Our friends called it her sense of humor. I called it erosion. Silent, steady, merciless erosion. And like a coastline losing ground inch by inch, I didn't realize how much she'd taken until there was nothing left beneath my feet. Her joke at the restaurant wasn't born that night. It was a symptom. A month prior, I noticed subtle things. The late-night gym sessions, the whispered texts, the locked phone, the sudden obsession with improving her physique. But what confirmed everything was the notification she forgot to mute. A message preview from a contact saved under a fake female name. I already knew this trick. Saying, "Same time tomorrow? Your husband will probably still be at work." I didn't confront her. Confrontation gives the offender power. Silence gives me options. So I dug deeper. What I found wasn't one man, it was three. One from her gym, one from her office, and yes, the tall steroid-pumped Tarzan she openly drooled over. Pain didn't hit me. Shock didn't either. Only precision. Calculations. Blueprints. Revenge isn't rage. It's architecture. I started with the finances. Quietly moved my money into accounts she had no access to. Shifted ownership of property she thought was ours into my name alone, thanks to a lawyer friend who owed me a favor. Next, I collected evidence, screenshots, call logs, GPS data, hotel receipts, the works. Then I set up the trap. Not to harm her, no, to expose her, to remove her mask in front of the exact people whose opinions she worshipped, the same ones she'd tried to impress by mocking me, including my friends, including hers, especially hers. And finally, I planted the final seed. I suggested a dinner gathering at the same restaurant, the same table, the same witnesses. She agreed instantly. She lived for attention. She had no idea she was walking into the last spotlight she'd ever stand in. The night of the gathering, I acted normal, calm, pleasant, warm even. She mistook it for weakness. She always did. Halfway through dinner, she made another joke at my expense, this time about my boring bedroom skills. Her friends laughed nervously. Mine stared at me, waiting. I simply set down my drink, pulled out a small remote, and clicked a button. The restaurant TV, normally playing soft music videos, switched to a projection from my phone. First photo, her hand in the steroid Tarzans. Second, her kissing the office guy in his car. Third, the gym trainer lifting her onto a bench in a position the gym definitely didn't approve of. Conversation stopped. Forks hit plates. Her face drained of color. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't insult her. I didn't even look angry. I simply said, "I thought everyone deserved to know what you sound like off stage." Then the audio clips started. Her voice, her giggles, her complaints about me, her fantasies about them. The entire restaurant watched her unravel. She lunged to grab my phone, but I stepped back. "Don't worry," I said softly. "They've all been sent to your parents, your boss, and your lawyer." She froze. Confusion flooded her face. "My lawyer?" she whispered. "Yes," I replied. "For the divorce papers he'll be serving you in the morning. And before you think about taking anything, I removed your name from everything 6 weeks ago." Her knees buckled slightly. The steroid-pumped Tarzan watched from across the room, mortified. She was no longer bold enough to point at him. She begged, right there, on her knees, in front of everyone she wanted to impress. "Please, we can fix this. I messed up. You're overreacting." Gasps echoed around us. I leaned in, close enough that only she could hear. "You traded me long before tonight. I'm just delivering the bill." I walked out. Didn't turn back. She followed me outside, sobbing, grabbing my sleeve. But I slipped free. "Don't make a scene," I told her. "You hate when people see you break." She collapsed against the wall as I walked to my car. For the first time, she finally understood humiliation. Real humiliation. People assume revenge feels like fire. It doesn't. It feels like ice. Clear, sharp, honest. I didn't ruin her out of spite. I revealed her out of necessity. She built her world on lies, attention, and borrowed confidence. I simply turned on the lights. Now she lives with the echoes of that night. The whispers, the stares, the job she lost, the friends who distanced themselves. As for me, I sleep well, very well. After all, she was right about one thing. I did trade something that night. I traded a disease for freedom.